Hey y'all, welcome back to Backroads and Barking Dogs. Last week I talked about being river raised, about towboats and Terrorine Landing, and my daddy's steady strength. But today I want to talk about my mama. Because if daddy gave me grit, mama gave me heart. And love, well, love isn't always a straight line. My parents divorced when I was young. And when you're a child, you don't understand all the grown up reasons behind those decisions. You just feel the shift. You feel the change in the house. You feel when something is different. Not broken, just different. And then there was a season I remember so clearly. I remember music playing in the house. I remember the smell of hairspray, lipstick in the mirror light. And every now and then that song would come on. Baby's got her blue jeans on. And Mama and Dee Dee would be getting ready to go out on the town, laughing, fixing their hair, stepping into their jeans like the night was waiting on them. And sometimes that season looked like a dance floor and a cold beer. And you know what? Now that I'm older, I understand that better than I did back then. It wasn't rebellion. It wasn't her falling apart. It was her finding herself again. It was a woman who had been somebody's wife, somebody's mother, somebody's everything. Remembering she was still somebody all on her own. She had a little sowing her oats season, as you would call it. And I don't say that with judgment. I say it with understanding. Because, you see, women are human. And sometimes after hurt, after change, after a life shift, you need music. You need laughter. You need to feel light again. As a little girl, I didn't have language for it. I just remember watching her walk out the door with confidence, blue jeans on, lipstick just right, ready to dance. But looking back now, I think that season taught her something. I think it taught her she was stronger than the hurt, that she could stand on her own 2 feet, that she could laugh again, that she could walk into a room and feel seen, not just needed. And watching that as a little girl, it taught me something too. It taught me that women are allowed seasons. We're allowed to grow. We're allowed to step outside of what broke us and breathe for a minute. We're allowed to not have it all figured out. And it taught me something even deeper. It taught me that just because love pauses doesn't mean it's gone. Because eventually, the music quieted, the dancing slowed, the cold beers became fewer, life settled, time passed, and somehow, my mama and daddy found their way back to each other. Not the same as before, older, wiser, weathered, but deeper. As a little girl, I watched love leave, and as a young woman, I watched it come back. That does something to you. It teaches you that endings aren't always permanent. It teaches you that growth is real. It teaches you that timing matters. And it teaches you that sometimes the long way home builds stronger love. My daddy gave me steadiness, but my mama gave me compassion. Watching both of them apart and then together shaped how I see love. Love isn't always fast. Love isn't always easy. And love isn't always linear. Sometimes it bends, and sometimes it detours. Sometimes it needs room to grow. But when it's rooted deep enough, it finds its way home. If your story hasn't been a straight line, if love in your life has detoured, if you've had a season where you needed to breathe, to grow, to dance a little, hear me when I say this. That doesn't disqualify you from deep love. Sometimes the long way home builds the strongest foundation, and sometimes the most beautiful love stories are the ones that had to grow up first. Well, thank you for sitting on the porch with me today. Some stories aren't perfect, but they're honest, and honest is beautiful. Until next time, keep your heart open, your tea cold, and don't mind the barking dogs.